Platform 1 is the Midnight 40 Stepford Connect service to Westwyvern. Calling at Beechley, Stepford Central, Stepford East, St Helens Bridge, Bowdin, Coxley, Benton, Benton Bridge, Hampton Hargate, Wharton Newton, Leighton Stepford Road, Leighton City, Edgemead, Faymere, Westercoast, Millcastle, and Westwyvern. This train is formed of 4 coaches.
Welcome on board this Stepford Connect service to Westwyvern. We will be calling at Beechley, Stepford Central, Stepford East, St Helens Bridge, Bowdin, Coxley, Benton, Benton Bridge, Hampton Hargate, Wharton Newton, Leighton Stepford Road, Leighton City, Edgemead, Faymere, Westercoast, Millcastle, and Westwyvern. The next station is Beechley. We will shortly be arriving at Beechley. Change here for services to Stepford Victoria. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform.
Stepford Central, Stepford East, St Helens Bridge, Bowdin, Coxley, Benton, Benton Bridge, Hampton Hargate, Wharton Newton, Leighton Stepford Road, Leighton City, Edgemead,
This is
Faymere,
Beechley.
Westercoast,
This train is for
Millcastle,
Westwyvern.
and
The
Westwyvern.
next station is
This train is formed
Stepford
of
Central.
4 coaches.
Welcome on board this Stepford Connect service to Westwyvern. The next station is Stepford Central.
Your attention, please. The Midnight 43 Stepford Connect service to Stepford Victoria has been cancelled. This is due to a member of the train crew being unavailable.
We will shortly be arriving at Stepford Central. Change here for services to Stepford Airport Central. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform.
Walton Newton, Leighton, Stepford Road, Leighton City, Edgemead, Faymere, Westercoast, Milcastle, and Westwyvern. This train is formed of 4 coaches. Platform 11 for the Midnight 47 Stepford Connect service to Stepford Victoria.
This is Stepford Central.
City Hospital.
This train is
Financial
for
Quarter,
Westwyvern.
and Stepford
The
Victoria.
next station is
This train is formed
Stepford
of
East.
4 coaches.
Welcome on board this Stepford Connect service to Westwyvern. We will be calling at Stepford East, St Helens Bridge, Bowden, Coxley, Benton, Benton Bridge, Hampton Hargate, Walton Newton, Leighton Stepford Road, Leighton City, Edgemead, Faymere, Westercoast, Milcastle, and Westwyvern. The next station is Stepford East. We will shortly be arriving at Stepford East. Change here for services to Stepford UFC and Whitefield. Please mind the gap between the
Stepford
train
Road,
and the platform.
Leighton City, Edgemead, Faymere, Westercoast, Milcastle, and Westwyvern. This train is formed of 4 coaches.
This is Stepford East. This train is for Westwyvern. The next station is St Helens Bridge. Welcome on board this Stepford Connect service to Westwyvern. The next station is St Helens Bridge. We will shortly be arriving at St Helens Bridge. Change here for services to Berrily. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform.
Calling at Bowden, Coxley, Benton, Benton Bridge, Hampton Hargate, Wharton Newton, Leighton Stepford Road, Leighton City, Edgemead, Faymere, Westercoast,
This
Milcastle,
is St Helens
and
Bridge.
Westwyvern.
This train
This
is
train
for
is formed of 4
Westwyvern.
coaches.
The next station is Bowden. Welcome on board this Stepford Connect service to Westwyvern. The next station is Bowden. We will shortly be arriving at Bowden. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform.
Calling at Coxley, Benton, Benton Bridge, Hampton Hargate, Wharton Newton, Leighton Stepford Road, Leighton City, Edgemead, Faymere, Westercoast, Milcastle,
This
and
is
Westwyvern.
Bowden.
This train is formed of 4
Westwyvern.
coaches.
The next station is Coxley. Welcome on board this Stepford Connect service to Westwyvern. The next station is Coxley. We will shortly be arriving at Coxley. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform.
Service to Westwyvern. Calling at Benton, Benton Bridge, Hampton Hargate, Wharton Newton, Leighton Stepford Road, Leighton City, Edgemead, Faymere, Westercoast, Millcastle,
This is
and
Coxley.
Westwyvern.
This train,
This train
is
is
for
formed of 4
Westwyvern.
coaches.
The next station is Benton. Welcome on board this Stepford Connect service to Westwyvern. The next station is Benton. We will shortly be arriving at Benton. Change here for services to Connolly, Esterfield, Greenslade, Morganstown, Newry, Port Benton, and Airport Terminal 2. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform.
Edgemead, Faymere, Westercoast, Millcastle, and Westwyvern. This train is formed of 4 coaches. Your attention, please. The 0109
This is
Stepford
Benton.
Connect service
This
to
train is for
Stepford Airport
Westwyvern.
Central has been
The
cancelled.
next station is
This is due
Benton
to
Bridge.
a member of the train crew being unavailable.
Welcome on board this Stepford Connect service to Westwyvern. We will be calling at Benton Bridge, Hampton Hargate, Wharton Newton, Leighton Stepford Road, Leighton City, Edgemead, Faymere, Westercoast, Millcastle, and Westwyvern. The next station is Benton Bridge. We will shortly be arriving at Benton Bridge. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform.
Stepford Connect. Service to Westwyvern. Calling at Hampton Hargate, Wharton Newton, Leighton Stepford Road, Leighton City, Edgemead, Faymere, Westercoast,
Benton
Milcastle,
Bridge.
and
This train is
Westwyvern.
for Westwyvern.
This train is formed of 4
The
coaches.
next station is Hampton Hargate. Welcome on board this Stepford Connect service to Westwyvern. The next station is Hampton Hargate. We will shortly be arriving at Hampton Hargate. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform.
Stepford Road, Leighton City, Edgemead, Faymere, Westercoast, Milcastle, and Westwyvern. This train is formed of 4 coaches. Platform
This is
2 for
Hampton
the
Hargate.
01, 02
This train is
Stepford
for
Connect.
Westwyvern.
Service to Stepford
The
Victoria.
next station is
Calling at
Wharton Newton.
Benton Bridge, Benton, Coxley, Bowden, Angel Pass, St Helens Bridge, Stepford East, Stepford Central, City Hospital, Financial Quarter, and Stepford Victoria. This train is formed of 5 coaches.
Welcome on board this Stepford Connect service to Westwyvern. The next station is Wharton Newton. We will shortly be arriving at Wharton Newton. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform.
Faymere, Westercoast, Milcastle, and Westwyvern. This train is formed of 4 coaches.
This is Water Newton. This train is for Westwyvern. The next station is Leighton Stepford Road. Welcome on board this Stepford Connect service to Westwyvern. The next station is Leighton Stepford Road.
Stand back from the platform edge.
We will shortly be arriving at Leighton Stepford Road. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform.
Leighton City, Edgemead, Faymere, Westercoast, Millcastle, and Westwyvern. This train is formed of 4 coaches.
This is Leighton Stepford Road. This train is for Westwyvern. The next station is Leighton City. Welcome on board this Stepford Connect service to Westwyvern. The next station is Leighton City. We will shortly be arriving at Leighton City. Change here for services to Leighton West and Lynn by the Sea. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform.
0104 Stepford Connect service to Westwyvern. Calling at Edgemead, Faymere, Westercoast, Millcastle, and Westwyvern. This train is formed of 4 coaches.
This train is for Westwyvern. The next station is Edgemead. Welcome on board this Stepford Connect service to Westwyvern. We will be calling at Edgemead, Faymere, Westercoast, Millcastle, and Westwyvern. The next station is Edgemead. We will shortly be arriving at Edgemead. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform.
Oh 06 Stepford Connect. Service to Westwyvern. Calling at Faymere, Westercoast, Millcastle and Westwyvern. This train is formed of 4 coaches.
This is Edgemead. This train is for Westwyvern. The next station is Faymere. Welcome on board this Stepford Connect service to Westwyvern. The next station is Faymere. We will shortly be arriving at Faymere. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform.
Westwyvern. Calling at Westercoast, Millcastle and Westwyvern. This train is formed of 4 coaches.
This is Faymere. This train is for Westwyvern. The next station is Westercoast. Welcome on board this Stepford Connect service to Westwyvern. The next station is Westercoast. We will shortly be arriving at Westercoast. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform.
Calling at Millcastle and Westwyvern. This train is formed of 4 coaches.
This is Westercoast. This train is for Westwyvern. The next station is Millcastle. Welcome on board this Stepford Connect service to Westwyvern. The next station is Millcastle.
Please stand back from the platform edge.
We will shortly be arriving at Mill Castle. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform.
Calling at Westwyvern only. This train is formed of 4 coaches. The train now approaching platform 2 does not stop here. Please stand back from the platform edge.
This is Mill Castle. This train is for Westwyvern. The next station is Westwyvern. Welcome on board this Stepford Connect service to Westwyvern. The next station is Westwyvern. We will shortly be arriving at Westwyvern. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform. This train terminates here. All change, please.
Platform 4 terminates here. This train is the service from Willowfield.
This is Westwyvern. This train terminates here.